All right, looking at most students' favorite area of binomial products and quadratic equations, and that is completing the square. Now, quite a useful tool here in showing the visual reason on how we do complete a square. I've got the expression here, x squared plus 2x, and I've got those algebraic tiles representing that expression as well. As you can see, all we need to do is, in fact, bring these tiles around and start to try and form that square. And as we can see just down here, you can see we're just missing a little bit. And I can hear people calling out, we're missing 1. Let's bring in that 1. But because we've brought in the 1, we also need to compensate. So we've got that expression that remains the same. And now what we can see, I'll just grab a different color. So we've got the dimensions x plus 1, x plus 1. So we now got our square. So by adding that 1 in, and again, you can use the colors just like I've done in the diagram, we can see that I've got our perfect square here, which is x plus 1 all squared with the minus 1 on the outside. Continue that. We can do that with something like this as well. Bring them all across, start to create that square. Look at what is missing. We can see that we're missing those 1 tiles. So let me just grab some. Use the copy function because it's nice and simple and quick. Tuck it in there. As you can see, now completed that square. I'm just going to bring in and negate all those. And again, reinforce the dimensions of this. X plus 3, x plus 3, minus 9. So let's do that. And I added in 9 units. So therefore we have x plus 3 all squared, and we minus the 9. So you can do the minus 9 or the, like in the previous one, the minus 1, or you can just stick to just building the squares first, just to really help them see that. But it gets better. We can actually start solving, and I'm using the balancing scale here, which is in the algebra section, just down the balance scale. Now the balance scale will work for numbers, objects, algebraic tiles, whatever you want to put on. I've just kind of balanced it to this equation. So x squared plus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. I'm going to use the same concept of making a perfect square. I just get my remove tool, start to build this square. Now I need a 1, so I'm going to add in a 1, so that means I've got to add it to both sides. You notice the scale overbalances, then comes back to balance. Okay, so we've got that now as how we want. I'm just going to move that down so it looks nice. So I'm here at this point where I've got x squared plus 1, x plus 1 all squared minus 8 is equal to 1. And again, we can keep up with that visual representation. I'm just going to copy this, move it down. and down. Now, normally with teach kids, I can move the 8 over. So what I'm going to do is just going to copy that. Copy it twice. I'm going to plus 8 to one side. There we go. Plus the 8. Plus 8 to the other side. When we get to that next stage, x plus 1 all squared is equal to 9. Now from here it really comes down to how you want to kind of represent this. Oops. Now one way that I've kind of done is like I've got a square here, got two squares, sorry, I've got the x plus 1 equal to, it's going to be plus or minus 3, so I can copy all those and actually recreate those expressions. So there's x plus 1 is equal to 3 and x plus 1 is equal to minus 3. And you can just, start balancing things out, and you can see that x is equal to 4 and x is equal to minus 2. Pretty handy way of showing completing the square. Hope that helps, and good luck with that one.